Have you ever wondered why we often make quick decisions that seem irrational in hindsight? Daniel Kahneman's Thinking Fast and Slow reveals we can be blind to the obvious, and we are also blind to our blindness. Today, I'm reviewing Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman, a groundbreaking book that explores the intricacies of human thought processes. Kahneman's work is not just about understanding our minds, but also about improving our decision-making in various aspects of life, from personal choices to business strategies. The two systems of thinking. Kahneman explains that our thinking processes are governed by two systems. System 1, which is fast, intuitive, and operates automatically, and System 2, which is slow, deliberate, and analytical. System 1 helps us recognize faces or drive on an empty road, but it's prone to biases. One example of System 1 in action is quickly recognizing a friend's face in a crowd. This system is essential for survival, helping us react quickly to immediate dangers. However, it can lead to errors, such as stereotyping or making hasty decisions based on insufficient information. System 2, on the other hand, kicks in for complex tasks like solving math problems or filling out tax forms, requiring effort and concentration. It's our logical and rational side. It's what we use when we learn a new skill, like playing an instrument or analyzing data. This system requires more energy and is slower, but it's less prone to mistakes. Cognitive biases and heuristics. Kahneman identifies several cognitive biases and heuristics that affect our judgments. The anchoring effect makes us rely too heavily on the first piece of information we encounter, influencing negotiations. The availability heuristic leads us to overestimate the likelihood of dramatic events, like shark attacks after watching a movie about sharks. Confirmation bias makes us seek information that confirms our beliefs, evident in social media algorithms. The framing effect influences decisions based on how information is presented. For example, a surgery with a 90% success rate sounds better than one with a 10% failure rate. Lastly, loss aversion makes us prefer avoiding losses over acquiring equivalent gains, explaining why we might hold on to a losing stock longer than is rational. Prospect theory. Prospect theory, developed by Kahneman and Amos Tversky, challenges the traditional economic model of rational decision-making. People value gains and losses differently, with losses looming larger than gains. This theory helps explain why we often make irrational decisions, especially in financial contexts. For example, a person is more likely to avoid a sure loss of $100 than take a gamble with a 50% chance of losing $200 or nothing. Prospect theory also illustrates why people buy insurance. They are willing to pay a premium to avoid the potential large loss of their home or health, even if the actual risk of loss is low. This theory helps in understanding behaviors in financial markets, where fear of losses can lead to panic selling and the desire for gains can drive speculative bubbles. The experiencing self versus the remembering self. Kahneman introduces the concept of the two selves, the experiencing self, which lives in the present, and the remembering self, which maintains the story of our life. This distinction explains why our memories of experiences can differ significantly from the actual experience itself. For instance, the experiencing self might enjoy a relaxing day at the beach, but the remembering self might focus on a single unpleasant event, like getting sunburned when recalling the vacation. This distinction is crucial in understanding how we evaluate our lives. Kahneman's research shows that our remembering self often dictates our future choices. For instance, we might choose not to return to a vacation spot if the remembering self holds a negative view, even if the overall experience was positive. Practical implications. So, what can we do with these insights? For better decision-making, recognize when you're relying on System 1 and when a situation calls for System 2 analysis. Be aware of cognitive biases and use techniques like a premortem, where you imagine a project has failed and work backward to determine what could lead to that failure. This helps identify potential problems and mitigate risks. In everyday life, pausing and reflecting before making quick judgments can be beneficial. In economics and policy, understanding these biases can help frame choices to nudge people towards better decisions. On a personal level, these concepts lead to greater self-awareness and improved critical thinking skills. In conclusion, Thinking Fast and Slow explores human thought processes and offers valuable insights into decision-making and behavior. Its ideas influence fields from behavioral economics to public policy, making it essential for understanding human cognition.